So when we designed and built this complex, we were really focused on making sure that it had the right suitable things that really makes the dog stay happy. So in their rooms themselves, they have their own sleeping area that's away from all other dogs, so that way it's private. They don't actually have to interact with another dog if they don't wish to, but they can just lie on their bed and enjoy it. But they can also then go out into the outdoor area, which includes a grass run, that allows them to interact through the fences with the dog next door, but also lie in the sun and sunbake and enjoy the day. It's vinyl flooring, so it's not concrete flooring, so when we do all of our cleaning and things like that, it actually dries very quickly, so there's not any wet concrete, which helps from that point of view. We also have music playing 24 hours a day, so there's piped music running into every room as well, which works very well. But also, if you really want the luxury stuff, we have air conditioning and single beds and TVs, so you can have all those luxury items that you would normally have at home, where your dog sleeps on its bed and watches TV. It can have that while it's here as well, which makes it feel much more relaxed. And with our luxury, they also get a roast chicken and vegetable dinner, just to make them feel excited, you know, and enjoying their time with us as well. All the playtime is done individual and one-to-one, so that any time they're actually in the play yard, they're in the play yard with a carer, so there's someone actually physically out there throwing a ball for them, giving them a cuddle, entertaining them basically. That's the whole role. So whatever they actually in need of wanting to have happen is whatever the dog chooses is what happens. In the past, that we've had customers that have used us for 10 years, but even while they're still away on holidays, they worry and stress that their dog's actually not happy, you know. So what we introduced this year was a daily Instagram video of their dog having fun. So what happens is the staff records a 15-second video of their dog having fun, and then it's emailed to you daily. So you can be sitting on the beach in Bali or Singapore or wherever you are, enjoying the sunshine, and on your phone you'll receive an email of your dog running around one of our play yards with one of our staff having a fantastic time. And it makes you feel so much more relaxed about being on holidays and knowing that your dog's really enjoying its time. So we define special needs with all of our guests, either that dogs that are on their own food, medication, or both, dogs that have behavioural issues, or particular breeds. So we have 4 categories of what we define our special needs dogs into. Dogs that are on their own food, we have about sort of 15% of the dogs that come here that are on their own food. Now a lot of that is prescription diet, so it has to be delivered to the actual pet at particular times of day, over times a day, or also the amounts that are actually given as well have to be much more precise and have to be really made sure, because some dogs have like an allergic reaction to things like liver, so they're not allowed to have liver and things along those sort of lines. Medication is a really big issue within a pet resort. It's much more complex. 15 years ago, we were lucky if 1% of the dogs that came here were on their own medication, whereas today it represents 15 to 20% of the dogs that actually board with us. It's a very complex area, and it takes, like when we're busy, we have staff spending about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day giving out medication to dogs, so it's a very big area. We have detailed processes that allow us to actually record what type of medication is given to what dog at what time and on what day, so that over its actual stay with us, we know precisely that the dog's actually been receiving its medication for its actual stay. Different breeds have different needs based on things like their actual so take something like a bulldog, okay? So a bulldog is very heat sensitive, so cannot actually tolerate and will die if they get too hot, because they'll have heat stroke. So you've got to make sure that their accommodation is well insulated and is not in the direct sun, and that they don't spend too much time in the direct sun themselves. You also, with a bulldog, have to be really careful of their skin, because they have quite highly sensitive skin. so we'll get rashes and things like that very easily. You also have bulldogs that have massive creases, and their creases need to be cleaned on a daily basis. Otherwise, you'll get infections and sores and things like that will come up on their creases. You'll have other breeds, things like a Staffy, that are quite boisterous in their play and in what they do. So you've got to have the right toys and the right activities for a Staffy, so that they're not actually just out in a yard destroying a toy, they're actually enjoying chasing that toy or playing with that toy. So the right suitable tug or the right suitable ball or things like that. You have the other dogs that are high energy. Take your Border Collies and your Kelpies and things like that, and some of the healers and cattle dogs fall into that category, where they really just need to be run flat out for a period of time just to wear them down from that process. So that's quite important, that you have the right level of exercise for those sort of dogs.